Hi, my name is Nawal Saeed and the metrics number is 225780. Today, I will be presenting our infographic titled Cleaning Pharmaceutical Wastewater with Coconut Shell Activated Carbon. Pharmaceutical contaminants have become an emerging environmental issue because medicines from households, hospitals, and pharmaceutical industries can enter rivers and wastewater systems. Conventional wastewater treatment plants cannot completely remove these contaminants, allowing them to remain in the environment and potentially affecting aquatic life and human health. Our infographic explained how coconut shell activated carbon can provide a sustainable solution to this problem. Let's begin with the environmental problem. Many people dispose of unused medicines by throwing them into the bin or flushing them down the toilet. Hospitals and pharmaceutical industries also contribute to pharmaceutical wastewater. These contaminants eventually enter rivers and wastewater treatment plants. However, conventional treatment methods are often unable to completely remove these compounds. As a result, pharmaceutical pollutants can accumulate in aquatic ecosystems, harm fish and other organisms, and may even affect drinking water quality. Therefore, more effective treatment methods are needed. The next section explains the adsorption process. Our solution uses activated carbon produced from coconut shells, which are an abundant agricultural waste in Malaysia. The process is very simple. First, wastewater containing pharmaceutical contaminants flows through the activated carbon. The activated carbon has millions of tiny pores and a very large surface area. Instead of remaining in the water, the pharmaceutical molecules attach themselves to the surface and inside these pores. This process is called adsorption. Unlike absorption, where substances move inside another material, adsorption only occurs on the surface of the activated carbon. As the contaminants become trapped, cleaner water leaves the treatment system. This makes coconut shell activated carbon an effective polishing treatment for wastewater.
So I will explain the role of diffusion. But before this, let me explain the what is diffusion first. Diffusion is the natural movement of particles from area where there's a lot of them from high concentration to area where there are fewer of them, which means that low concentration. And diffusion help uh, pollutants move from the water into the tiny pores inside the activated carbon where they are captured. So I'll explain the role of diffusion uh, as, as understandable as I can. So the step one, pollutant particles are floating freely in the bulk water. In this first step, they travel through the water and move towards the outer surface of the activated carbon particle. And then afterwards, once the pollutants reach the surface, they don't stop there. They migrate deeper, navigating through a complex network of tiny internal tunnels and pathways or pores inside the carbon. And then once the pollutant reaches the innermost of these microscopic pores, they get trapped inside, and then the water leaves the filter clean, while the pollutants remain locked away in the carbon.
Okay, so next I'll be explaining the key benefits and limitations of using coconut shell activated carbon for pharmaceutical wastewater treatment. First, the benefits. Coconut shell activated carbon can remove up to 95% of pharmaceutical contaminants because of its high absorption capacity. It's made from coconut shells, which are an abundant agricultural waste material, especially in Malaysia, making it both sustainable and cost effective. It's also widely available, and by improving water quality, it helps protect public health and aquatic ecosystems. However, there are some limitations as well. Activated carbon becomes saturated over time, so it must be regenerated or replaced. Producing activated carbon also requires energy and chemicals, which increase operating costs. In addition, it works best as final polishing treatment, meaning it's usually needed after primary and secondary wastewater treatment rather than a stand-alone solution. Overall, coconut shell activated carbon is an effective and environmentally friendly absorbent, but proper regeneration and integration into the treatment process are important for long-term performance.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdulaziz Abdullah. My MyTech number is 226921. Now, let's talk about the sustainability implications. This method is also good for the environment. Coconut shell waste is turned into activated carbon, which helps clean water and reduce river pollution. It also uses less energy and create less pollution than the coal-based activated carbon. For our recommendation is to use coconut shell activated carbon as the final step in what wastewater treatment. We also recommend reusing the activated carbon when possible and encouraging people to disposal of medicine properly. This will help provide cleaner water and protect the environment. Thank you.